Hey you guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Courtney and on this channel we do nail stuff. So if you like nails, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So lately I've been working a lot with these alcohol inks from Canni. I've done a few sets of marble accent nails on some clients here and I've been practicing for way too many hours with just the press-on tips. I wanted to show you guys how I am doing. So I have this white polish from Canni. It's gel polish and it covers so good. Wait till you see. Every time I watch this video, I can't believe how well this white covers. You can absolutely get away with one coat of this white gel polish anytime, but especially if you're going to be putting alcohol inks over top of it because it's going to take away any inconsistencies. So I'm painting two of the nails with top coat. I'm doing one with a regular top coat and one with a matte top coat, and the other three nails I'm just wiping off the tacky layer from the polish. So this one is the shiny top coat there, and that one's the matte. So the alcohol inks behave wildly differently depending on the surface of the nail, so I thought for this video it would be really good for me to show you how they act. So for the first one, I think I'm doing a yellow and orange marble. I didn't think I would really like the yellow, but if I'm honest, it's one of my favorites. So this is the top coated nail. It's a no wipe top coat, and I'm just going in with the yellow alcohol ink and I'm blotting it all around. So on a top coated nail, because the surface is shiny and slippery, well, not slippery, but slick, the alcohol ink kind of separates a little bit. It's different to the matte top coat, which you'll see next. So I'm putting on some orange as well. You can see here how it's just separating from itself on the surface of the nail. It's not really absorbing into the nail, so you get a different kind of effect. You can blend all the colors, put them on before they dry, you can add them once they're dry, you can top coat it and do different layers for more dimension, but for this one I'm just kind of blending the yellow into the orange so that we have 2 or 3 different shades of orange, and that's what it looks like. When you do this, you have to let it dry a long time, and to be honest, even after I completed all the nails, when I went to top coat that nail, it wasn't completely dry, which you'll see at the end of the video. So I probably won't use that technique again. So this is the matte top coat nail, and already you can see how it's different. The alcohol ink just gets absorbed into the nail. Oh, I'm really glad that was closed when I knocked that over. So I'm using a 3D acrylic brush here, and I'm just going in with some alcohol, just some plain 90% alcohol, and I'm dabbing it on the nail, and when it goes on, it kind of pushes the alcohol ink, the pigmented part, it pushes it away from the center, as you can see, especially in that one spot. It's the most addicting application of marble ever. I could sit for ages and just watch it. So you just want to go in and do lots of dabbing and see where things move and where you want them to move. You can kind of push it around. Once you're doing it, you'll really get a hang for it and see how it works. Excuse me. So here are the first two nails. This one I haven't used alcohol on yet, and it doesn't spread as well as it did on the one that was matte top coated. You need to use a little bit more alcohol than I was using here if you wanted to get some proper, like, veiny separations, I guess you could call them. But it still looks really cool, so I'm happy with those two. We're going to move on to the nails that have just the tacky layer removed, and this one I'm going to be using pink. And I'll just do the same thing and cover the whole nail with the pink alcohol ink, and then go in with my 3D acrylic brush dipped in alcohol and just dot it around, and you can start to see some patterns coming through. So if I had to pick a favorite medium or base to do this on, it would be this one, the nail that just had the tacky layer wiped away. It tends to be a little bit easier to manipulate, and you get crisper veins and more of a dimension between the colors. Okay, so you have to let them dry between every layer. If you wanted to go back and try and separate the color a little bit more and create more white areas, then that would be fine. You just have to let it dry a little bit in between each dab of the alcohol ink. So for this one, I'm doing like a minimalistic marble with more white than blue. And I realized at this point that you need to cover the alcohol ink with alcohol because there's not much of the blue on the nail. You really have to make sure that the blue alcohol ink gets wet with the alcohol. I feel like I'm saying alcohol a lot. And that will give you this marbly, realistic marble look. And you can go in as much as you like. You can even absorb some of the alcohol. If you put too much alcohol on, you can just dab your brush off and then soak up some of the liquid that's on the nail. And then you get this kind of look. Very cool. I was going to move straight on to the next nail, but then I realized that I hadn't shown you this color, which is kind of like a teal or a green, really nice. So I thought I'll just add a couple of little dark accents to this blue marble nail, which looked really cool in the end. Super easy. I like it. So that's really all the 4 techniques that I wanted to show you, and now we have the white one, which I haven't really used much. I did use it on this nail the other day. I haven't had great results with the white, but I know that you can make it look really cool, potentially layering it up. And I used it yesterday as well on a different nail, pardon me. And it looked kind of like an amethyst. I'll see if I can get a photo of that to come up on the screen now. I used the white for that, and I kind of mixed it in with the colored alcohol ink rather than going on top. For this one, I'm just going in with a couple layers of the pink just so I can get a pink background. And then, of course, that has to dry. So while that's drying, I'm going to put a top coat on the rest of the nails. And when you put the top coat on, it really makes it pop, and you can see all the little veiny lines of the marble here. Really cool. This is the one, it hadn't quite dried, and it's been sitting there for a good 20 minutes. It took me quite a while to record this video, and you can see on my brush there's a bit of yellow. So you need to be mindful of that, because if you put that in the light to cure, it might come out with some wrinkles in the cured top coat. So this is the pink one that was done with just the tacky layer removed. This one is my favorite. Really, really like the way that's turned out. This one is just the blue. It's a shame they don't have it in black. If you wanted to buy these specific alcohol inks, you can get them from the Canni website. I've got a discount code for you, which is just my name, Courtney Crosby, in capital letters. You can get 10% discount on anything on their website. So I painted this, I went over it with a matte top coat because I wanted to see how the white would react being over top of matte. But then I realized that you couldn't even really notice it. So now I'm just kind of going with the flow here. I've got some base coat and a couple of really fine powders, shimmery things. So I wanted to make some areas that had a little bit of glitter. But once I started it, I realized that actually I wanted the whole nail to have this shimmer. So now I'm going over the whole thing with base coat and just putting some random bits of this. They're like mica flakes and chrome powder and really fine, super shiny stuff. So it looks a little bit darker pink while I put this top coat on, because it is. I went back and did another layer of the pink alcohol ink over top of the glitter, but I didn't have my camera recording at the time. So this is what it looks like after the top coat. Now I've cured that top coat. Now I'm going to go in with some white alcohol ink and see if I can manipulate that into a design that I like. You have to make sure that it's dry, and I think at this point I was getting a little bit impatient, so I wasn't giving it time to dry completely before I went in with the alcohol But you'll be able to see how it separates away from itself and creates these veiny lines. I think I actually end up removing most of the white alcohol ink from this nail. I just couldn't get into it. Sad, but never mind. I've done a lot of practice nails. I'll show them to you guys at the end of the video. You can see everything that I've done. So I'm just kind of going in trying to make this work. If you can't get it to work, then you could just wipe it off and try again because you've top coated it, so it wouldn't really make a difference. I didn't like it so much that I thought I'd try again over top of this purple nail. So I just put top coat on it before and I cured it and then put the white over top of it, and now I'm not letting that dry again because I'm impatient. And then it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. It kind of left too much of a cloudy white in the bits that should have been clear, but probably wouldn't have been like that if I had let it dry. It still looks cool. I think I went too far with this one as well and removed too much of the white, but I mean, it's a personal preference, really. Some people might like it like this or whatever. You just have to go with your flow, with your artistic flow. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm clutching at straws. I'm just trying to make it work, but it's not working. That's it. Not very happy with it, but I did still enjoy it because it's cool to watch the magic happen. If you haven't tried alcohol inks before, you should really just get a couple of your favorite colors that you think would look nice on their own and blended together, like a purple and a pink or a blue and a teal or whatever, and maybe get a white. And if they have black, they might actually have black. That would be super cool. You could do a realistic actual marble. But I don't know, they might not have black. Anyways, so I'm going to top coat this nail that I did. That looks all right, actually. I didn't give myself enough credit there. And then this one, yeah, I still really don't like that one very much. I mean, it's okay. But here they all are together. The ones that we did today from the left with the matte top coat, shiny top coat, and the 3 with the sticky layer wiped off. And they've all been top coated, so they're nice and shiny. These are the ones that I did very first time when I was just trying to figure out what to do. And then these are all the ones that I did just trying to figure it out. So I'll just go through these here quickly with you. That one has a little rose on it. I don't know what I was doing there, but it was fun. I really like them. I wish they were a bit shimmery. That would be cool as well. Oh, that's a clear tip. That's a nice one. I like the teal and purple together. Not the clear tip. That one. And then that one is my absolute favorite. That one's pretty cool as well. So here they all are together. I hope you found this helpful. Check out my other videos and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.